Talking original copies of birth certificates, passports, and other sensitive documents. Then the Social Security Administration refused to offer credit monitoring to those whose identities were compromised. Just days after the defender's Nate Morabito uncovered the failure, he continues to push for answers and discovered a new twist.
Let's start with a twist. We've since learned a Charlotte woman's records, including her bank account information, ended up in another woman's mailbox in Alabama. Besides an apology, Social Security wasn't offering her or the others anything else.
In the moments before Terry King passed away, his namesake promised to protect Martha King.
I told him not to worry about Mom, that I would take care of her.
Now the pair's son is trying to keep that promise after confidential documents ended up at the wrong person's house.
They got my mother and my deceased father's personal information to be able to go and try to steal their identity.
King says his mom originally mailed the records, which included her bank account details, to the Social Security Administration as part of an effort to collect survivor benefits. But SSA failed to send the documents back to their Charlotte home.
I'm very frustrated.
Instead, those one-of-a-kind identification documents ended up in a small Alabama city near Mobile.
Can you get that?
In Terry Pitt's mailbox.
I'm not going to hold up their account number, but I promise you I have it.
Shocked, Pitt says she called Social Security, which recommended she either shred them or bring them to the office.
I feel horrible. It's personal information I should have no knowledge of.
After talking with King, Pitts told us she feels more comfortable mailing them back to the Charlotte woman.
It's crazy. This is how identities are stolen.
We know of at least 4 others in Charlotte, including Brandy Souls, whose original documents also went to the wrong people.
How does that make you feel?
Vulnerable.
Several tell us even though those who received their documents appear to be well-intentioned, they'd still like their credit monitored. Social Security blamed the mistake on employee error and pledged corrective action, but hasn't offered free credit monitoring.
And said that they wouldn't. They don't do that.
I think investigation is certainly proper.
Representative Alma Adams has since called for an investigation.
We'll follow up on it.
We know in years past, some federal agencies have offered free credit monitoring when they've played a role in a security lapse.
And it's kind of disturbing. I mean, especially for it to be our federal government.
But much to King's disappointment, SSA, at least so far, won't commit to the extra safety net.
We had to actually bring it up to even try to put the idea in their minds.
In response to what some of these people told us, SSA now appears to be changing its stance. A spokesperson told us the agency is working with everyone impacted, trying to get their documents returned or replaced, blocking access to online records, and providing credit monitoring. But the agency still won't reveal just how many people were impacted by its mistake. Nate Morabito, WCNC Charlotte.
If you have a story you want the Defenders to look into, email them at defenders@wcnc.com.